How is it going? I believe we're live. Let me see. Yes, getting an ad. Let me move that over to a spot where it's not in my face. And we are in. It is, as always, Sunday night. You know what that means? It means we're GeoGuessing. It's crazy how that works. We are somewhere in the world. We see, is that some Spanish? It is some Spanish out here. It is indeed some Spanish. Hold on, my view is being weird. There we go, fix that. Christopher Likes in the chat saying hello everyone, and Ewan, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Christopher Like. Rest in peace, Spirit Airlines. I know, it's crazy. It's, that was wild. I almost booked Spirit Airlines the other day, actually. Because I completely forgot that they were in financial trouble. And almost booked it. Luckily, the flight was such a nonsensical, dumb route that I was like, I'd rather not go anywhere than have to do this route. So, I didn't buy that. Yes, exactly, Sammy Marco. Spirit becomes a spirit. R.I.P. That was the move in my late teens, early 20s. Spirit Airlines. Look, 19-year-old me, if this news came out 7 years ago, on the ground. I'm on the ground. I'm like, no. R.I.P. Spirit Airlines. Thank you for everything you did. Things like 6 a.m. flights where an hour before arrival, you decide we're going to do a scavenger hunt on the plane over the intercom while everyone's asleep. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that so much. Sammy Marco saying 26-year-old you, and it's cool. Thanks, mate. I just don't fly where Spirit Airlines flies that much anymore. Except for Tampa. It's the only place. I don't know how this statement's going to come across, but I don't really fly domestically that much anymore. In college, it was like, now it's like, It's nice. It's nice how life progresses. They just opened a $250 million campus in Dania Beach 2 years ago. That's crazy. They had, I don't know Dania Beach, actually. Dania Beach. Yeah, city in Florida. Because they're big in, they're big in this. Oh, that makes sense. I was going to say FLL. That's a big, I don't want to say hub. I feel like Spirit didn't have hubs. But if there was one, it was FLL. Sammy Marco saying Ewan only flies from NYC to Tampa. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That was the flight I was booking the other day when I almost took them. But it was, they had a really good route when I was in college that I never took because, again, it was nonsensical, but I told myself one day I would. Now that opportunity's gone, but it was, they didn't fly to D.C. It was always, I'd have to go to Baltimore. So it was Baltimore to San Juan, Puerto Rico to Tampa. And it was always like I think it was a 21-hour layover in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I never took it. W Dig saying, yo, we're so back. We are indeed so back, W Dig. And W Dig saying, shout out Lightning. Go Bolts. Drew and I just had an argument about hockey. We love the Bolts. He was saying, go Flyers, and I was like, shut up, bro. You're from Tampa. You gotta rep. You gotta rep. I will need someone to tell me the score when it's done. Because there's still a period left, and it's Game 7 tonight. If someone wants to drop that in the chat once it's done, or if we score, that would be sick. Yeah, W-Dig. Exactly. Nothing. I got nothing against the Flyers. As compared to all the other Eastern hockey teams, Flyers are not on my list of teams that I have, like, massive beef with. In fact, I have massive beef with, like, literally everybody else. Maybe not the Devils or the Sabres. We'd have to take the Sabres next round, though. if we win tonight. I don't know. Sammy Marcus saying, go Habs, go Flyers. Go Habs, I have an issue with. I have an issue with that one. We'll see how that goes, Sammy Marco. But yeah, Sammy Marcus saying, go Flyers. I can respect the Flyers. I don't have any issue with them. Exactly. Yes, WDig, this is an anti-Rangers stream. 100%. Michoacan. That's Mexico, right? Yeah, 1-1 in the third. I saw it. I had it on while I was setting up. It was 1-1 going into the intermission. Yep, WDig. Michoacan is in Mexico. That's what I think. Sammy Marco was also saying, ooh, the Mets. No, Mets are the lesser of two evils. I wouldn't even say the Mets are evil. The Mets are good. Yay, Mets. Yeah, like simply out of, not being the Yankees. Yeah, unless there's another one. There shouldn't be. I mean, these seem like Mexican plates. Let's look at more plates. We have something. Okay, that's fair, Sammy Marco. That's fair. Phillies fan, you have to hate the Mets. I can get behind that then. I can respect that. Ooh, Sammy Marcus saying I've never minded the Yankees. I feel like it's just universal. You love the Yankees or you hate the Yankees. Ooh. I forget that I kind of live on the way to Yankee Stadium, so every now and then I'll get on the subway, I'll be like, why is everyone in Yankees gear? And then I remember, I'm like, oh yeah. And I luckily have not done it in my Devil Rays hat yet. But I was going to go to the game in a couple weeks here, but I'll be on a plane. Was that a B? That's sick. Look at the B. Oh, okay. Mexico highway sign on the street. I didn't even catch that. All right, let's do Mexico. Any objections? Yeah, Cowboys. Christopher likes not a fan of the Cowboys. Neither's Drew. Drew hates the Cowboys. Drew said he would hop in tonight. Let's see if he does that. All right, Mexico. Love it. 79. Brilliant. It's going to be Chile. Where's the sun? Sun's going to be setting. Yep, to the west. Awesome. It's not helpful. I spent W. Dixon was in NYC for brunch this morning. Almost stopped by a bar to watch the Villa game, but they were already down 2-0. So, yikes! And they played Spurs, didn't they? You can't be losing to an 18th place team. Villa's in what, 7th? Gotta fix that. Sammy Marco asking, can we get to 100 today? We 100%, knocking on wood, we 100% can. If we don't get anything wrong, we will. Our normal cadence should get us to 100. As long as we don't get 30 tracker coverages, we should be fine. But I spent 7 sets at School Zone in Spanish. But I spent 7 hours yesterday editing and got to Hilken, San Luis. Hilken. That should be Incan. Christopher likes saying Cowboys, great people, class organization, just hate the team. They can go 0-17 every year for all I care. Yeah, there we go, Chile. Any objections there? Why the hate, Christopher like? WD saying, okay, they rotated a bunch of guys because the Europa League semi is this week, but definitely got to beat Spurs. I feel like, that's an especially fair time to do that. You go against the 18th ranked team in the league, and you've got a Europa. I didn't know Europa League semis were obviously they are because Champions League semis are going on, but I have not checked who's in it. What flag is that? Ooh. Sammy Marco saying, I'm doing a Python class review and just wrote this. Class Ewan. Yeah, I don't know what that means, Sammy Marco. Being so real with you. W Dick saying Turkey flag. Yep, it is. I wasn't quite sure what it was. It is a Turkish flag. Let's go look at these words over here. Yeah, okay, this is Turkish. Any objections there? Yo, wait, was there a dir sign? I feel like I gotta get a dir. Hold on. Dir. Stop sign. For sale. Dir sign for sale. Oh, I can get Turkish shop. $28. 28's a lot. I don't know if I'm 18. Oh, this is like an actual one. £4. That's kind of cool. Okay. I'll think on that. All right. Turkey. Only I would get it though. It'd be like no one will. Dirk Hamlin must find Dur. Look, I grew up across the street from the Johnson Space Center. Oilers fan, right? They left. Interesting. Not a fan of the Titans, so now Texans fan. That's fair. I'm always curious how people are when a team leaves. Like, do you stay a fan of the newly relocated team, or do you just support nobody? Yeah, just another Dur for the apartment. I think that would be so cool, but nobody would get it. Oh, Andorra, that's good, W Dig. I was kind of confused here because we've got. Yeah, the language is throwing me off here. Maybe it's just due to this has to be the Pyrenees. Yep, it looks Catalan. Because there's French in there, and I don't know if it's maybe my lack of understanding of French, but there was a bit of that French that looks Spanish, which is confusing, incredibly confusing, and I'm about to sneeze. That was a big one. I need some water after that. But as I was saying, I might sneeze again in a second. I was editing for 7 hours yesterday, all to create a 45-second clip. It is a 45-second clip. And around dinner time. Thank you, Sammy Marco. Sammy Marco saying bless me. Around dinner time, some of my friends texted and they're like, "Hey, we're doing a bar crawl for so and so's birthday." And I was like, maybe I'll come say hi. I went for 25 minutes, but I showed up and this is how I discovered there was a Yankee game. Half the bar, Yankees jerseys, Yankees hats. I'm like, oh man, we're really behind enemy lines. AM hopping in, so you and you, sir, are an American hero. Thank you as always, AM. I appreciate it. Ooh. Christopher likes saying, geez, Lightning have outshot Canadians 21-4. Ooh, 15 minutes left. With bazooka pants, that's crazy. Oh, yeah, the birthday curse strikes again. Where's Drew? Don't tell him that. Seriously, don't tell him that. He's gonna... I don't think they even mention him yeah. Yeah, he's gonna. Oh, I got another birthday party coming up in 2 weeks too. I forgot about the birthday thing. Sammy Marco saying you have to be less of a you really have to be less of a perfectionist. I spent 3 hours on an 11-minute video and now it's done, dude. I'm so jealous. I'm not capable of it. That's the problem. I kept my entire weekend open so that I could do nothing but edit. So I finished that 45-second clip. Granted, it was a whole edit with a map and everything and a voiceover. It's like this. It's not representative of my normal working style. These plates. I would assume this is Andorra because the plates are different. Ooh, Sammy Marco saying the friend I stayed with in Montreal's a big Habs fan, so I gotta root for them. Ooh. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't back that. But that's not representative. Do we want to go Andorra here? It's not representative of my normal, like, working cadence. It's just, that was a complicated scene. Today, I did normal stuff, like trimming and adding music and adding voiceovers and titles and subtitles. And I got through 20 minutes of the hour-and-a-half video. Which was... what's the word I'm looking for? Demoralizing? Andorran flag. Yeah, I get you, Sammy Marco. You've been to Montreal, not Tampa, plus Montreal's a better city than Tampa. I do agree on that part. I wish Montreal were in the U.S. so I could live there. It's a cool place. And that's... I really, really, really like Montreal to the extent I could never root for another hockey team. But I don't know if other people have this, but do you have a if you were from nowhere sports team that you like in football? It's the Bills. I love the Bills. If I weren't from the US, I would be a Bills fan. Similarly, I would be a CF Montreal / Montreal Impact fan. I don't have an MLS team, I guess. So that kind of is my favorite MLS team. CF Montreal. It's just such a cool city. Sammy Marco saying, went to a college hockey game in Montreal. That must have been a blast. It was so entertaining, even though you really didn't care who won. That's when you have the most fun, when you don't care who wins. Because it doesn't affect you. This is Sweden. Ooh, Sammy Marco saying, I've always really liked the Blue Jays colors. Yeah, that's valid. I like the Blue Jays. Can support them. Yeah, W Dig saying Sweden here. Let's run it. Love it. This is going to be Cambodia. The house is on stilts. What we got going on here? Oh, another fun thing. Was just speaking to Drew. We might get a Drew New York cameo in June. Crazy. Only a few weeks away. So that could be fun. Drew in New York video. After I spend all of my free hours for the next month finishing this next video. Minsk to NYC! Yes, that's the route that Drew's taking. Minsk to NYC. The Drew story. I love that. We'll have him vlog it. Look at the cow, look at the cow. That's cool. That's really cool. I like this. I was telling him I was looking through some of all of the footage that I need to edit. Because I'm now firm on staycation in June. Just take a week and do nothing but edit to actually get ahead on these videos. And I was looking through all the footage I have to go through and kind of the progress I've already made. And there's one of them where I'm like, this is rage bait. Drew's just going to get mad at me for this one. He doesn't like when I'm in danger. Or no, he just thinks I'm an idiot. And I was like, yeah, this is peak. He's going to get mad at me for this. How can I prove this is Cambodia? A Cambodian writing? That would be a way to prove this. The Cambodian alphabet, the Cambodian language. Is that maybe it on the rock? Nope, that's a shadow. Blah, 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 blah. What we got going on here? Come on, come on, come on. It is a nightmare. Which way do we come from? Came from that way. I don't know how to get things here. How do we find things? It's also nice. Oh, here we go. This is the Cambodian seal. Any objections to that? This is Cambodia. Right? That's not Thailand. Yeah, that's right. Right. Okay, W Dick saying send. Are we 100% sure? I feel like I'm not 100. I like. Let me look at the script on the map again. Are we sure that's Cambodian? I think that might be Thai. I'm pretty sure that's actually Thai. Yeah, W Dick saying I'm not 100%. If anything, I'm firm on this being Thai now. Oh, the absolute funniest. So I didn't know that, Cat's hopping in. Cat saying hello, all just passing by to say hi. Hello, Cats, welcome in. Hope you're enjoying your trip. Okay, W Dick saying I'm leading Cambodia, though, or Laos. Look at the Laos script. I really think the writing is in Thai. Pardon me. I really think the writing is in Thai. Huh. I don't know. Sammy Marco asking, where are you, Cats? Yeah, where are you right now, Cats? Maybe you're in this field. Somewhere in what's maybe Thailand. I'm really starting to feel this is Thailand. And I'm really starting to have an itchy nose. It's never itchy except on stream. I don't know why. It's bizarre. Cat saying hi, W Dick. Yeah, can't watch the stream as I don't want my roommate to wake up. In Bhutan! Dude, that's awesome. What time is it in Bhutan right now? the dirt stop sign shop. Time in Bhutan now. Okay, 6:30 a.m. That's not bad. Yeah, Sammy Marco saying Bhutan is crazy. They have internet. Yeah, bro. It's Bhutanese internet. Oh yeah, gross national happiness land. Forgot about that. They only recognize like 30 countries, right? That's gotta be Thai. This is so Thai. This has to be Thai. Unless I'm insane. Right? Right? W Dig saying shout out Land of the Dragon. We love it. We love Bhutan. I gotta go to Bhutan sometime soon. How is it, Cats? Come on. Keep going, keep going. I think this is Thailand. I think we do it. I think we do. Like, how do we feel about that? I think this is Thai. But what I was saying was, so speaking of Thailand, it reminds me. Okay, W Dick's saying I'm on the fence here. I really think this is it, though. Christopher likes saying, Okay, Cats. I'll take a shower now and can watch the stream when he wakes up in half an hour. Well, we'll see you back here in a bit. Hope you are enjoying yourself. But, speaking of Thailand, so there's this guy I know. Guy I know isn't really fair. Like, yeah, don't do something you'll regret. Fair enough, fair enough. Habs Lightning still 3-3. Wasn't it 2-2? Or 1-1? It was 1-1. It's 3-3 now? But this guy that I'm friends with, to the extent he's, you've like all the different friend groups, it's like main friend group, that inner circle, like he's in there. But we're all kind of mad at him right now. For a myriad of reasons. To the extent that he has not been invited to an upcoming birthday party. Christopher likes saying I'm leaning Cambodia here. See, that's I was thinking that with the landscape, but I like the writing is in Thai though. That's what's. Is that a flag? No, that's a leaf. I think we maybe we'll find something up here. WJ saying yes, the friend group T. Well, basically, we knew he was. Well, no, we didn't know he was going. He didn't say he was going anywhere. He mentioned to like one person he was going on a vacation. He doesn't live in New York. And then on Find My Friends on Friday night, I saw him in New York. And I was like, what is he doing here? I didn't want to hang out with him because we're all mad at him. And then he posted a picture of his passport in the lounge at JFK. And I was like, okay, he's going somewhere. He's going on a vacation. And then today, I was bored. I was in the kitchen talking to my roommate, and I was like, where did he end up going? I opened up Find My Friends. He's in Doha, Qatar. And I nearly fell over laughing. Because he doesn't read the news. He doesn't know things. And so we were like, this is not the brightest place to go. Why is he in Doha? Like, he's in a building that has been hit with a missile in the past couple months. Like, that is crazy. We were dying laughing. Because my roommate didn't know that he'd gone to Doha. He was going to Thailand. That was his end spot. But we assumed he went the other way around. Yeah, Sammy Marco saying he's not going to be able to get back. Yeah, I did. So I included the bit about him not reading the news as to, like... It's not me. That's not, like, me trying to be insulting. That's me saying, like... He genuinely doesn't know that, like, he has gotten himself into this situation. I didn't know flights were going to Doha. Yeah, worldwide fuel shortage, especially in Asia. Yeah, he's going to Thailand for 2 weeks. I'm not sure if he's even landed. Oh, no, he's probably... What time is it in Thailand? He's probably landed like an hour ago. So we're all like, dude's gonna get stuck. But yeah, seeing him in Doha Airport on Find My Friends was the absolute highlight of my week. That was the funniest thing possible. And when it happened, I was like, I have to mention this on the stream tonight. They're going to find this so funny. Sammy Marco saying, check Find My and see if he's updated. Let me look. I did find his flight on Flight Radar to see if he'd gone anywhere near Iran. And he flew through the Strait of Hormuz, because obviously... Yep, he's at the airport in Bangkok right now, so he's just landed. I can't. Bro's not coming back. He's gonna have to learn Thai. I'd be able to call him and ask him, like, hey, can you read this? Is this Thai? So yeah, that was so funny. Sammy Marco saying, how do you live in NYC and not know the basics of this stuff? He lives a bit outside the city. But it's you know, people have different interests. There are people who don't read the news. It comes naturally to, like, we're all sitting here on a GeoGuessr stream right now. It's stuff that comes naturally to us and not so much for other people. And that's fine. But yeah, if he'd mentioned he was going to Doha, the rest of us may have like spoken up, been like, "Hey, don't do that." Yeah, WD's saying now people are still in their own bubbles. Yeah. Okay, so Montreal scored. Cool. This is Semi Marco saying, I don't read the news very often, but you just learn things by being on the internet. See, but you see things that you're interested in. If you're not interested in those things, you don't see them. And I mean, he knows there's a war. I just don't think he's putting two and two together. But that was just the funniest thing. I did not know that flights were going into Doha right now. It was like, bro, I don't even the everything with the ceasefire and kind of where that stands. It changes. It feels like it's changing by the hour. Like I have no idea where. I listen to the news every day. No idea where that is right now. I haven't listened in the past like 3 days. In fairness. But it's just not worth trying to keep track of because it's different every day. So, like, you could be in Doha Airport and, like, oh, yeah, we're like, in a ceasefire, and then in 5 minutes, just doesn't, that killed me. That just killed me. Doha Airport. I just can't imagine doing that voluntarily right now. It's so funny. Yeah, exactly, Christopher. Like it all hinges on late night social media posts. Yep, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is Thailand. Semi Marco saying Doha Airport in the big 2026 absolute cinema. For real. I hope he posted from there. I haven't checked, but I hope he posted he likes posting stories from airport lounges. I really hope there's a Doha post. Because I have to screenshot that. Because I didn't screenshot him in the airport on Find My Friends. And I regret not doing that. I was too busy processing it. I really hope there's a Doha Airport post. It's too funny. Guys, this is gonna... You know how I was like, if we're at our normal cadence, we'll get to 100 tonight. I don't know here. Definitely going this should definitely not go this way. But the language we've seen is Thai. And I know we don't let me vote, like, just pick things by myself, because historically that goes wrong, but, I mean, like, it's Thai. Nope, that's a stick. Awesome. No. Alright. That's the Thai flag. That could also just be a logo, but... Come on. Come on, I want to be done. I want out of here. I think it's Thailand. I'm just gonna keep complaining. I'm not in the mood. It was genuinely... I don't know why I'm tilting my head to read that. Why do they have to have the same color flag? Okay, we're coming into... This might be helpful up here. I know, Christopher, like, I was thinking that. You're saying if this is Thailand, we'd see a flag already. I know. Could this be a memorial to the tsunami? That was 2003, right? I have no idea what to do. Okay, this tsunami was December 2004. All right. Never mind then. Not helpful. Wait. That's a proper car. No, we can't see what side the steering wheel's on. If we see another one... Oh! This is an actual road. This will tell us. Wow, I can't believe we got out of there. They're driving on the right-hand side. This is Cambodia, then. That's crazy. This is Cambodia. I'm bamboozled. Wow. Really advertising this thing. W Dick saying not Laos, right? No, because Laos has yellow plates. Yeah, Christopher, like, bowing. Fair enough. Fair enough. See, this is why we don't let me vote by myself. Right, this isn't Laos. It's not Laotian. Yeah, most of the Laos coverage is around Vientiane. So I doubt we get like middle of nowhere coverage. Let's just look at some plates here real quick. That's not gonna be helpful. Let's go further down. Seriously, just let me see the license plate. Yeah, this should be Cambodia. Anybody object to that at this point? I feel like we kind of got this now. What else is going on here? No, nothing crazy. Let's... Nah. Gansberg Monopoly goes crazy over there. No, for real. I'm going to Google what that is after we get it. All right, I'm doing it. Cambodia. Wow. All right. Gansberg. German premium beer. Address in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Yeah. See advertising in Cambodia, but in Germany I've never heard about this. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Okay, marketing policy. Gotcha. Alright. My brain hurts after that one. Well, that's just Japanese paint. This is weird. Restaurant. Oh yeah, good point, WDig. Adding that to the beer meta. 24 Jam. Restaurant. Where are we? Christopher, like, oh yeah, Japanese trucks. Nope. Berhenti, Malaysia. It's Malaysia or Indonesia does this too, right? There's the sirens. Somebody had a Darty earlier. I spent all day with my AirPods on noise cancellation, even when I wasn't listening to anything, or when I could have just easily played stuff out loud while I was editing, because it was just such a nightmare outside. It's just all day. Semi Marco saying, yeah, more fire trucks. Goodness, that's loud. You and how many floors up do you live? Not like super high up. Like if you landed right. Maybe that's not the right way to describe it. It's not that high. Not like a skyscraper. It's a walk up. But yeah, I would genuinely never notice how. Oh no, 2 minutes left. Is it still 2-1? I assume we're empty net at this point, right? Yep, lightning empty net. W Dick saying Borneo spotted, but that doesn't really help. Yeah, doesn't help at all. Now I can't focus because so such a frustrating day. Premiere Pro is a nightmare. Sammy Walker, do you use Final Cut or Premiere Pro? I know you've mentioned before, but I can't remember. Because now that I'm not just because I have everything like spliced and ordered. And that was easy on Premiere Pro. And that's when I was like, okay, maybe I like this. And now that I'm actually doing complex stuff, I'm like, I hate this. Horrible. Okay, you use Final Cut. Yeah, I miss Final Cut. I hate Premiere Pro. I hate it so much. I'm just trying to voice isolate. And it's granted there are so many options. It's probably so helpful for people who, like, are doing complex stuff. But it's just too complex for what I'm trying to do. It's so frustrating. Yeah, Christopher likes saying Adobe's my go-to software. It's like, it's good, but it's too much for what I need. Yep, exactly, Sammy Marco. Used Premiere Pro once, was like, nope, definitely not paying for this. Yep, okay. Oh, that's a Malaysian highway sign. Yeah. But yeah, same thing. It's just that now that I'm on a PC instead of a Mac, I have to have it. I hate it so much. Is there a knockoff version of it that I could get? I feel like that's got to be the route that I take. It's just too much. Every little thing. It's like, oh, I want to fade in this title. And it takes 10 minutes. And I've accidentally deleted 3 other things. It's like, ugh. Anyone object to Malaysia? It genuinely made me mad. Like, I was mad all day today. I was just angry. And then I went on a walk around the block, and I was totally fine after that. WD saying send, let's do it. Cool. Lightning can't get out of their own end. Alright, it's over. That says Borza Zakusa Prikaka. It's in a kilometer. There's some blue on that plate. What's this say? This is going to be Bulgaria. There's the dual script. This says fabric. Yeah, whatever. 15.3 seconds left. Didn't the Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup final like 15 years ago in 29 seconds? They were losing. And then they tied it. And then they won it in 29 seconds. Dograma. Shori. Christopher likes saying, yep. This has to be Bulgaria. It's crazy how different this place looks as the imagery changes between the seasons. Oh, this stressed me out. This stressed me out. Been angry all day. Now this is about to happen. That's annoying. This is Bulgarian colors and then Romanian colors next to it. But also I think this is a school. Also they're in the order that they should be, like on the flag. You know what's wild? You could just tell me any result and I have no choice to believe you. .bg. Bulgaria. Any objections? Sammy Marcus saying hockey fan from Florida is crazy. We're very well supported team. Very, very well. 6-4 power play. 6.3 seconds left. Who's got the 6? W. Singh said in Bulgaria. I'm not having a good time right now. This is so high. Okay, Tampa has the 6. I need to like stand up. I'm freaking out. They're always listening for real. I don't know for a fact that this is Doha, but I'm pretty confident that this is Doha. And just if we had like 10 more seconds on the 6-4 power play. Yeah, Lusail. It's Qatar. This sucks. I hate this. Not the FIFA promo. Oh yeah, there it is. I didn't even catch that. All right, yeah, this is Qatar then. Game over. Okay, great. Let me just. Yep. Okay. Three first-round exits in a row. There's an Italian flag out there. This is Italy. Anyone object to this being Italy? Ooh, shoulder popped. W. Dick saying we ride for the Sabres now. No, we ride for everybody else to beat each other and nobody wins. Any other sport, I'll bandwagon another team. Not hockey. Yeah. W. Dig saying Italy here. Let's do it. Sicily. W. Dig's favorite place. W. Dig's never said that. I'm just attributing that to you. Yeah. W. Dig saying woo Sicily. Wow. Christopher likes saying Montreal's got the fewest shots on goal in NHL postseason history. No. Oh. W. Dixon still got to post those pics. Oops. You got to get on that. You can't not post Italy pics. You got to get on that. Conference, game drives. I wish I'd posted the Senegal pics. I wish I'd done a Senegal post because the aura there is just crazy. I thought about doing that a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I just can't. It's too far removed. It's been well over a year now. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even catch that either. Fewest shots on goal for a winning team in postseason history. Sammy Marco saying Senegal aura ? And W Dig saying no, that's a trip you have to post. Never too late. No, it is. It's too late. I think that is leaning towards South Africa. It's Germanic, and this is Africa. Left-hand drive. And it happened, and I'll go back to Africa soon, and then that will be a post of itself. The idea, I will be so real, I'm actually very concerned about where I am in my foot recovery as of the last, week. The pain I'm having is, a major red flag. To the point where my physical therapist was like, you need to call your doctor. And I was like, well, that's not good. And then I called, and they were like, yeah, he's available in 2 weeks. I'm like, brilliant. So I have a call scheduled with my doctor for 2 weeks from now to talk about the pain that I'm in. And then eventually, once I'm better, it will just be the craziest, off the grid Africa trip, gritty, dangerous, I'm going all out. I'm going all out. It's gonna be crazy. That will be the aura post. That will be the aura that Instagram post will have. It's not just gonna be weekend in Senegal. It's gonna be 2 weeks in Togo. It's gonna be sick. What's up, Freezite? Freezite saying what up, chat. Wait, was that car going? That's not right. That car's on the wrong side of the road. Oh, we're probably just going slow and they're passing us. Yep, that's exactly what's happening here. Cool, that freaked me out. Itchy leg. Yeah, Sammy Marco's saying Lightning lost and Ewan is now sad. Yes, that's what you've missed so far. All right, these are South African roads. R34 Bloemhof. It's 100% South Africa. Any objections? I have curiosity. Okay. Namibia doesn't use that. Yep. W Dig saying this is South Africa. Freezite saying Sammy and W Dog. I like W Dog. That's pretty sick. Where are we now? Somewhere. We got some words. Here we go. It's Portuguese. Yeah, this is Portuguese. 100% on that. Where's the sun? Sun is to the north, which means we're in the southern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere, Portuguese speaking, has Google Street View coverage. This is Brazil. Brazil. All right, let's do it. Yeah, W Dig saying I'm claiming that. You should. That's a sick name. W Dog goes crazy. Liento. I can't read that one. Can't read those. Let's read these signs. This is probably Estonia or Finland. No, this is... Oh, yes, Helsinki. I was about to say, no, this is Sweden. Yes, Sammy Marcos saying... Glad you can hear that. Ewan streaming while his roommate does the dishes. Does Ewan contribute his fair share to the apartment? We may never know. Those are loud. Bro's going crazy. I think the dishwasher was clean. I think he's emptying the dishwasher. I so honestly do not contribute that much to the dishes. But that's because I don't use them. I am never in this apartment. W Dick saying ha ha ha. That's my defense if they ever ask. And it's true. I'm like a couple forks. And there are a couple of things in there that are just like 100% mine. And it's just like, I watch those. Like it's my protein shake blender. It's the only thing that's in there that I like consistently use. And I have a mug that I use 2 days a week. Everything other than that, it's like a couple forks. So, yeah. I also don't know where half the stuff that goes in the dishwasher like lives. You can tell when I put away the dishwasher because stuff is just out of place. Okay, W Dig saying Lithuania here. I trust W Dig on Baltic countries. Any objections? Because also, like I mentioned this before, I moved in a year after these guys. They already had stuff in certain places. I wasn't here for like when the organization of the dishes developed. I'm just guessing when I'm putting the dishes away. Oh my god, I think this goes here. But it's not mine, so I don't know. I'm gonna guess. And if they're confused as to where it is, they will find it eventually. It's not a big enough kitchen. Yeah, Freezite saying Ewan lives upstairs of Golden Dragon restaurant. I don't even like. Let's do Lithuania. So I haven't been plugging in the Ethernet cord the past few weeks because we had a couple streams in a row where it was bad, and then I unplugged it and the footage got better. So I haven't been plugging it in, but I still run the line to the router, which is outside of my. This is a 75-foot or 100-foot Ethernet cable. I still run the cable as I'm streaming, don't do loud things kind of indicator in case anyone ever forgets it's a Sunday night. Clearly they didn't see the cable. So this is Australia or New Zealand. Actually, I was also going to do the dishes after this. So look at that. Maria's saying, name me a country to edit. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Sammy Marcos saying, we appreciate your roommates getting stuff done. Yeah, we love the roommates. Not always tidying things up. They're good like that. They're good for, there we go, New Zealand. You need people who don't leave the house to stay behind and clean it up. You know? If they heard me say that, they would probably yell. Sammy Marco saying you and our favorite freeloader / streamer. I'm not here to contribute to the mess. Maria's still saying, name me a country to edit. I still don't understand the question, if I'm being so real. What is that plate? That is a bizarre plate. Oh man, I can hear the sponge. Bro's like doing the dishes. Hope he doesn't do my stuff. Sammy Marco saying Moldova. As a country to edit? I don't understand that question. That is a good choice, though. Oh, wait, I saw this thing the other day. It was, it's like Moldova has a consulate in, it might even be a whole embassy, in Sacramento, California. You seen that? Like, Moldova Sacramento consulate. Yeah, general consulate in Sacramento. Apparently, Sammy Marco saying, yeah, I saw the same post. It's like apparently Sacramento has the highest Moldovan population in the States. So Moldova opened up a consulate there. Yeah, insane crossover, for real. Stellar reviews. It just opened too, didn't it? With the Google reviews. Oh, 4 months ago, 7 months ago. Look at that. Okay, Sammy Marco. Yeah, lots of Moldovans there. Makes sense because they're both big winemaking areas. That makes a lot of sense. Immigrant groups tend to move to places that match their home climate because they know how to, like, the trades line up. If you're a winemaker in Moldova, you want to move to the U.S., you move somewhere that makes wine. I'm kind of hungry. Earlier I bought some bananas. And I walked into the kitchen and my roommate was like, sorry, I moved the bananas you initially bought to the pantry because I thought they were going bad. I didn't want any flies to get on them. And I was like, I don't think I bought bananas previously. So now there's these mystery bananas. Freezite saying Ewan won't read my comments. Bro, try to hide from the syndicate. I read your comment. The upstairs of the Golden Dragon restaurant. I may have just read it in my head. Bro, it is going crazy. The Ewan lives upstairs of the Golden Dragon restaurant comment. But there's a chance that I just read it in my head and thought I read it. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. What side of the road are we on? Where's the steering wheel in this truck? Is it on the wrong side? It's on the wrong side. Okay, that's helpful. This is Malaysia, Indonesia. Freezite saying, I've worked in Sacramento, never seen a Moldovan. Maybe you just... I feel like you're not going around asking people if they're Moldovan. And if you are, that's kind of weird. I don't know what that is. Who's going in the icebox now? Freezite saying, nuh-uh, I'm calling Drew. Good luck. He's... I don't know what... He's probably a busy man. Christopher likes saying Malaysia. What makes you say that? Sammy Marco saying, we sang Golden Dragon for giving a low-key... a lowly Floridian a chance to make it big in the Big Apple. Yeah, very funny. Yes, the Golden Dragon gave me the opportunities. Malaysian highway sign. Any objections to that? Freezite saying there's a ton of Filipinos and decent Italian numbers, not Moldovan. Weird as all. I guess they might not be the biggest group in Sacramento, but it's the group it's the area with the most Moldovans, so that's where the Moldovans open their consulate. Pretend there's a Moldovan flag. I don't have my Moldovan flag at the ready. It's in a drawer. And I'm not going to go sifting through it to find the Moldovan flag. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I'm already a little thrown here. Sammy Marco saying, need to find myself a cute Moldovan girl to go to Moldova with. That's so fun. I was thinking about that the other day. Randomly. Just like Moldova. That was so funny. I think that was the first picture on Katz's Moldova post on Instagram. That was what I was thinking about. I was like, that was just the funniest thing ever. I remember being in Serbia, opening up Instagram and seeing that, and just laughing so hard. Yep, there's Katz right now. I spoke you into appearing here, Katz. I was saying how funny I found it that the the first, like, the main picture for your Moldova post on Instagram was Moldova. It was just so funny. I died laughing. I was in my hostel bed in Serbia, just laughing. It's like, yeah, Moldova. Really got to go there someday. Wow, Sammy Marcus saying my Habs friend is happy. I'm sure. I'm sure. Freesite saying big up, Sammy learning the ways of perestroika. What does this say? This is in English to an extent. This is a confusing place. Yeah, that's English. Yeah, W Dig saying, yeah, so much English here. Cat saying, just saying hi. I have to log off soon as the hotel Wi-Fi is not working. Conserve the phone data. Had to get a physical SIM card. The eSIM didn't work. I noticed my my eSIM didn't work last time I tried using it. I don't know if there's a whole, maybe it's new phone. I don't know what it is. Christopher likes saying there's a large Polish community in the Victoria and Corpus Christi region in Texas. Landscape is flat, much like Poland. Huh. There's also what's it? Have you ever heard of Sorbia? It's the Sorbs. Here in it's not really in Poland anymore. It's mostly in Germany now. There's Upper and Lower Sorbia. One's Catholic, one's Protestant. They hate each other. I've mentioned this before, but there's it's like Texas Sorbians. Yes, the Wends. This is like deep. The Texas Wends are the Wends of Texas, descended from a congregation of 558 Sorbian Wendish Slavs who inhabited present-day northern Germany. Under the leadership and pastoral care, civil, but they have a whole Serbian, Warda, Giddings. Yes, there's Czech Texans, Czech Silesian, sub-dialect of... No way! That's... I have to send this to the guys in my Russian class after the stream. That's so funny. That's just so... It's not that it's funny. The hilarity is that it's just not something that I knew existed. That's what makes it funny, is I've just never heard of it, and so it sounds fake. It sounds like alternate history. Where are we? Let's read these signs a little more thoroughly. Yeah, Cat saying, yeah, arrived in Bhutan yesterday. Freezite saying live from Bhutan. You don't hear that every day. No, you do not. Sammy Marco saying, didn't you think the Sorbians were made up a month ago? I didn't think they were made up. I hadn't heard of them. And then when my Polish friend mentioned them, I was like, what are you talking about? It was a whole thing. There is talk of a boys' trip to Sorbia this year. I don't know if that will actually happen, but the Russian class guys and I are discussing a Sorbia trip for zero reason other than it's funny. W Dick saying, let's go, one of my favorite niche topics. What about that? There were a couple topics there. Yellow plate. That's like a Ugandan plate, I think. Ugandan or Kenyan. Christopher saying it makes sense. Kalashes are popular in Central Texas. What's a kalash? Kalash. Interesting. Huh. Didn't know that. Freezite saying, as 256th part Sorbian, I feel attacked. You know, I actually half believe you. Did we come this way already? Sammy Marco saying, guys, in 1 month I'll be in Boston, taking the train up on June 3rd. That's going to be awesome, Sammy Marco. Great city. Fantastic city. You're going to have a ton of fun there. So much transit to make videos about. Yeah, we already came this way. Ooh, Freezite saying I'll be in Boston late July. I think that's around the same time that Freezite is trying to fight me in JFK again. Christopher likes saying Nigeria. I don't think these are Nigerian plates. Also, actually, we can just... Let's check these cars up here. We can see which side of the road the wheel is on. Yeah, exactly. Kenyan license plate. That's what I was saying. And, yep. Steering wheel's on the wrong side. Fumigation services. Yep, .ke. Any objections to Kenya? Yeah, Ewan versus Freezite in Stanford, July 2026 will be the throwdown of the century. For real. Freezite doesn't know what's coming. Look out, brother. Alright. Let's do it. Love it. What we got here? This is going to be Malaysia again. Or Indonesia. I am hungry. I am very hungry. Kuala Lumpur. This is Malaysia. Yep, WDig saying Malaysia here. Sam Mark saying, okay. Yep, Tufts has free shuttles to the T Red Line. Amazing. Where exactly is Tufts? I know Boston. If you're kind of far from the red, it's kind of up here, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Well, I mean, the green line's right there. Why do you need the shuttle? Texans, Silesian. This is crazy. I love that. I love the idea. I find it so fascinating that there are so many different... It's going to sound stupid. Just there being so many different immigrant groups in the States is just very interesting. I'm fascinated at how cultures kind of like maintain the connection or kind of veered off and did their own thing. I just find stuff like that very interesting. Ooh, Freezite been training with your Israeli commando buddies. Ooh. I better look out. WDig's going up to Boston this weekend. That'll be fun. Sister's graduation. That's awesome. Congrats. Your red line might be faster. We'll have to see. Gotcha. Sammy takes the red line to murder Pam. It says, okay. 96 speakers of Texan Silesian in 2000. That means it might be completely gone. Honestly, I'm impressed by that. Yeah, less than that. I'm impressed that it lasted that long. Because who are you talking to? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, unlike Silesian in Poland. So Texas Silesian, that's... Huh, they call Polish Warszawan. That's so interesting. Huh. Yeah, Semolot. I know that in Polish. It's the same in Russian. And it's Flieger, Fuga. I'm getting completely sidetracked. Is this Oman? We've got... Where's water? Let's look over here. Sammy Marco said Freezite is Mossad confirmed. I can't wait to get demonetized. Jordan. Any objections? Yeah, I complain about getting demonetized. Yeah, the like $1 I make each stream. If that. I wonder what each stream... I don't even know. I don't check. It's a negligible enough amount not to warrant checking. Or to warrant not checking. That's what I mean. Any objections on Jordan? Feel like we're good. Yeah, I'm on. All right, we're doing it. Where lush nails? I thought it said Polish nails. Be like, oh, they are listening. It feels like Valletta or Valletta. I don't know how to say it. Side, are the wheels on the wrong side? This is Malta. Freezite said, let's hit the like button, fellas. Thank you, Freezite. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm feeling Malta. Look for the what street signs, W Dig? This is Malta. There's no world where this is anywhere else. Notice how I'm yawning less today? I discovered this crazy hack called when you just... Yeah, Malta.net or Maltanet.net. That's not Malta. Any objections? No, there aren't. Cool. 99. Yay! I love the middle of nowhere. It's gonna be Brazil or Kenya. Where's the sun? Sun's to the north. Kenya's split in half. And, well, so is Brazil, but not in half. Awesome. Okay. Let's go this way. Christopher likes saying, go wild. You capitalized the W. Are you saying the Minnesota Wild? I like playing. The Mammoth are in the playoffs? No, they're not. Okay. Or, no, they were. Oh, there they are. There's the Wild. Oh, look at that. Yeah, go Wild. Some noises going on outside. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I yawned and I was saying the go slow men at work. Okay. That's helpful. This is Ghana. That sign's on the right side. And this doesn't look like Nigeria. It looks more like Ghana. That's one of those moments where it's like, maybe I do this too much. Obviously not as good as, a lot of people, but shouldn't be able to see a sign. Just be like, oh yeah, this is Ghana. What was I gonna say? There's just another go slow sign right there. Nice thing about... Have we been here? Kibale National Park. I swear we've been here. This might actually be Kenya then. Kenya or... Uganda? Yep, there we go. That's easy. Ugandan flag on the sleeve. Any objections? That's Rwanda. But the nice thing about carving out like an entire weekend just to edit and not having anything to properly get up for and going to bed at a decent time was I slept 9.5 hours on Friday night and 8.5 hours last night, which was crazy. It's unheard of. 9.5 was insane for me. No idea the last time I did that. Yep, Christopher likes saying Uganda. Love it. 100. And I hear we're playing with the oven now. Drew saying you wouldn't change this thumbnail after 300 streams. That's crazy that you haven't actually chimed in since I changed the thumbnail like 3 months ago. WD saying wow, 100. It's not. That's nothing crazy for us. That's Galician if I've ever seen it. It's 100% Galician. Drew saying fake news. Shut up. that's there we go. That's my massive big brain response to you, Drew. Freezite saying, Drew, call me back. We need to keep talking about Ewan's prom night disaster. Yeah, the completely made up prom night disaster. WDig saying I'm trying to rein in the calls to YOLO. Yeah, we shouldn't YOLO. We'll look for a couple more things, but now we know we've got a good idea of where we're at. Drew, it was pointed out to me earlier in the stream. I was telling a story about how I was at a birthday party last night, and WDig was like, "Oh, the birthday thing. Don't tell Drew." I was like, "Whoops." Everybody be birthday. That's now my brain's gone. We're at that point in the night. More Galician back there. Just keep on going. And Drew, I was also telling them about your potential. I say potential because we just said, yeah, come up June, and we did not iron anything actually out. Drew saying if it isn't 21 or 30, it's completely unacceptable. It's 25. It's 25. And that's also the amount of minutes I stayed. Because I was like, no. It's late. I want to get my 9.5 hours of sleep tonight. Drew saying borderline. It's just, see, Drew's just anti-fun. I can be anti-fun, but Drew's just entirely anti-fun. I've never done something. There's never been a moment where I said, like, Drew, I did this, or I'm going to do that, or this happened. And Drew responded with, that's a good idea. Or that sounds enjoyable. It's always like, you're stupid. See? Drew saying grown men aren't supposed to have fun. And see, I agree with that to an extent, but like, I went because I was losing my mind. Spending 7 hours editing. I wasn't going to have fun. I was going to say hi to my friends and leave. Exactly, Drew. We're supposed to be miserable and crotchety and hate our lives. Suffering breeds success. I completely agree. I was just getting very mad at my computer. So I went for 25 minutes to say hi. Because I'm locking it. And I know I'm going to miss a lot more things. So I got to make appearances when I can. Freezite saying grown men don't care about other people's birthdays unless it's your mom, kid, or girl. See, it was just, you know, just say hi. Only reason Ewan went is because they served burritos at the party. They did not serve burritos. It was at a bar. I wish they served burritos. I would have been there on time instead of being there 2 hours late. Christopher likes saying Spain. Where's Lusada? Friol. This has to be Galicia. Also, me saying that actually makes me sound like a bad friend. I was 2 hours late because I got the invite like 5 hours in advance. So I was like, I will maybe come. Oh yeah, Friol. That means bean. We love it. Yep, Galicia. Who saw that coming? Drew saying just absolutely killed a moth. Love that for you, Drew. Open hand slapped it and it bounced off the wall at like Mach 6. Drew's house is... What is that? Yeah, Dr. Doolittle. I feel like I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. A bird flew into his door and he had to help the bird. And his dog's a massive liability. And I'd say massive as in like physically massive. 190-pound machine of stupid. Pioneer. Sammy Marco saying, I just edit Mog Ewan. Just edited a short in the last 10 minutes. You want to see what took me 45 minutes yesterday? Nope, that's Amazon. I opened up Amazon. Sorry, not 45 minutes. 7 hours. How do I... Man, I do not know how to use this. Guys, how do I use YouTube? YouTube Studio. You ready? You're getting a sneak peek of the next video. Come on. Open it up. View on YouTube. You ready for this? I've got to set it up so it doesn't show you my YouTube recommendations. All right. Drew saying half of Ewan's editing time goes to him editing his face to hide his asymmetrical eyes. That's a crazy insult that I've just never heard before. How am I going to do this? Properties. Okay, hold on. Before I just show like my entire screen. Properties. Window capture. I don't know what that was. Did you all hear that sound? Like, okay, and then on. Yeah. Here we go. This was 7 hours of my day yesterday. It's this little line. There's New York. Where does it go? It goes to Istanbul. And then it pauses for... There's a voiceover, but we don't need to hear it. And then it goes to Almaty. And then... There's a playback speed. Let's just speed that up. And then it just kind of... It walks you through 7 hours. This was 7 hours yesterday. And then it flies back to New York. Yep, and then it does that. It breaks down which part. 7 hours. Isn't that fun? Sammy Marco saying 7 hours. You can just stop using Premiere. That wasn't Premiere. That was After Effects. And bro, the buzzer. Yeah, thank you, WD. Good use of color coding, though. Yeah, I'm giving you new insecurities. Modern medicine gives you treatments for that. Ha ha ha. We getting spotted? No, that's probably my roommate's girlfriend. Given the buzzer went like boop, 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 in a really annoying way, it was definitely his girlfriend. This probably explains all the cooking noises, too. This is Greek. Stop signs on this side, which means the drivers are on this side, which means it's Greece. And not Cyprus. Any objections? Yeah, drew the eye emoji. I didn't put it together with the eye emojis. Yeah, thanks. Sammy Marco saying Ewan getting partner mocked by his roommate. Bro. Freezite said Istanbul. Sorry, I call it by its rightful name of Constantinople. See, here's the thing, Freezite. if I put it as Constantinople on my YouTube video, the comments would be, I guess, really good for engagement. Yes, Sammy Marco saying, sorry, I can't stop with the mock jokes. This is Guadalajara jersey. And that says Mexico something, Aeromexico. Wow, where's Arturo when you need him? This is Mexico, though. Any objections? The mock jokes. I was gonna say, like, how many of you made tonight, Sammy Marco? It's insane. Alright. Mexico, let's do it. Whoa. I assumed we were maybe close to Guadalajara, given the Guadalajara jersey, but not like 5 feet from the U.S. ASU spreading fast. What's ASU? What's this? What is it? That says nothing. That will be helpful. District police. This is Tunisia. Oil Libya. That's interesting. You're going to symmetry mock me every time you see me, Drew. That's brilliant. Brilliant thinking. Yeah, Tunis. Any objections to Tunisia? I think we, I mean, the French, the Arabic, the Tunis. I think it's .tn right there. How do we feel? I think we're just going to do it. I'm really quickly, I can hear my roommate's girlfriend, so I'm going to really quickly text them and be like, yo, as a heads up, you do not want to end up on the internet. Or, oh, it's a different roommate's girlfriend. Just shoot a quick text. I'm on stream, so be careful if you don't want to end up on the internet. LOL. Sammy Marco saying we don't care about their sounds. TBH brings NYC to life. I don't want them to, like, trash someone we know and it be caught on camera. I want them to be like, so-and-so's such an idiot, and it's just fully living forever on here. Because, like, odds are no one would see it. But, it'd always be like, what if so-and-so sees that? Would haunt me. Drew's saying, tell them I say hi. Will do, Drew. It smells really good in here, though. I don't know what he's cooking, but it smells great. I wish I knew how to cook. Are there maybe flags on these balconies? No. Colorado already 2-0 up? That's crazy. Okay. Italian. There's a crown there, which is concerning. Rory Shea saying Arturo and I are cooking right now. We'll save some for you. Thank you, Rory Shea. I appreciate it. What are you cooking? So I know if I actually want some. Okay, AST Latina Scalo, Italian flag on the logo. I think we're pretty good with this being Italy. Any objections there? Going once. Going twice. 3 times. Wow, I'm really hungry. The smell is not making that any better. Love it. Wow, the smell is really good. Yep, WD saying, yep, send. And there's a fight in the Colorado-Minnesota game. Love it. No, I don't get what you're saying, Drew, and I'm probably just going... Oh, okay, yeah, I get what Drew's saying. Never mind. Drew, Rory saying, got you meal prep for lunch, dinner the next 2 days. So turkey, beef, rice, quinoa, and veggies. Honestly, anything sounds great, right? Wow, that food smells amazing. I wish you all could smell that. That is so good. I don't even have... I have, like, 4 bananas in this whole apartment. I'm so hungry now. I'm so hungry. Hofner. This is Austria. I just have to prove that it's Austria. Semi Marco saying, have y'all seen the final Spirit radio traffics? It's so sad. Was that where the air traffic controller was like, sorry guys, good luck to the pilots? How do I prove this is Austria? No, it's not. It's .de. Look, I'm wrong. Look at that. Any objections? Brewed to taste better. Why is that in English? Family owned for dinner. Oh, I guess it's Australian. This is crazy to me. This is it's just obviously English, popular language, blah blah blah. Lots of people speak it, but to get to the point of just dominance as a language, that there's an ad. If this ad were in like no ads are just in pure French in the U.S. You'll get there's a word or two, or maybe like they'll call a perfume something, or they'll call the product something in French, but the ad's in English. This is just a full-on ad in English in Germany. It's crazy. Freezite saying Sammy is going to... That's funny how I said perfume and this is in Cologne. Yeah, Christopher making a good point. Could be near Frankfurt. It's a very international city. Actually, Frankfurt... Never mind. That's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. Okay, so Freezite saying Sammy is going to compete with Drew to Looks Max and Magas. I look forward to it. Yeah, Drew has actually already started bone smashing. Freezite saying I'll be taking drugs too when you send the signal. Love it. GLPs. That's what they are, right? Sammy Marco saying I'm hair maxing right now. Okay. Right, I remember you saying this. Don't like the barbers here in Blacksburg, so wait until I go back to Nova. It's the move. That's what Drew does. He gets a haircut like once a year. Bro, Drew. Who's this person everyone keeps referencing? Clav? Who is that? Phew. 3-0 to Colorado. 6:36 left in the first. I mean, that's why the Avs are the Avs. A very good team. See, I feel like this is Mongolia, but it's not. This is like Siberia. Just gonna make this a nightmare. Okay, Clav is the Looks Maxer. I mean, the Looks Maxer. There's some... Drew's a Looks Maxer. Okay, clavicular mogged by ASU frat leader. Wow, I just lost brain cells reading that. Dude legitimately smoked meth to help himself Looks Max. That's crazy. Alright, I have to Google it now. Clav. Clav. This person? I've never seen this person before. Oh yeah, from New Jersey too. Of course he's from New Jersey. Sammy Marco saying that. That's a Kyrgyz plate. This is actually... This could be Kyrgyzstan. Could very easily be Kyrgyzstan. Freezite saying he went to school with W Dog. He's been all over, including 60 Minutes, New York Times. See, I don't have the New York Times paid subscription. I have the app, so I get the notification, but if I try to read the articles, it says no. Insane mainstream poll. Also, that was a Kyrgyz plate again. We want to do Kyrgyzstan here? Yeah, I literally, this is the first, I've heard the name once or twice, 100%, but Zvakutor. W. Dick made a shrine to Clav. Yeah, of course. Worships there on the reg. Of course. Alright, Kyrgyz. There we go, 107. Just cross the median here. Left-hand drive. Ah. Okay. Well, this is Ireland. We've got the double language. Drew's saying I'm going to name my firstborn son Clav and my firstborn daughter Icular. Brilliant, Drew. It's absolutely brilliant. You know, one time, Drew and I made a bet. This was 7 years ago. We good with Ireland, by the way? Where... I feel like I've mentioned this on here. I had to watch one of those 10-hour-long YouTube videos, but it was like a 3-second clip on repeat for 10 hours. I had to do that on a Twitch stream for $200, except I wasn't putting $200 on the line. Drew was putting $200 on the line, and if I lost, he got naming rights to my firstborn. I think it was just the middle name, if I'm correct, and then we did it again a year later where it was $400. Wow, Drew spent $400 on this, and I had to do it for 20 hours, so I had to replay the 10-hour video. I watched the 10-hour video, then I had to start it over again. Yeah, Dublin. I don't remember what... it was definitely the... It was at least the middle name that time. I can't remember. Oh, it was poker money. It wasn't real to me. Forgot about that. But yeah, fun fact. Okay, that's fun. Head on, or is she saying head on, apply directly to the forehead? Yeah, so I've mentioned it before then. That's what the video was. It was head on, apply directly. This is, yeah, literally rogue law. It was just head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. It's horrible. 10 hours of that. That was the 10-hour one. I don't even remember the 20-hour one. The 10-hour one was infinitely worse. Ewannito's kind of fire. That's a solid one. Let's see. Yeah, Drew's saying I quit gambling, so not anymore. Womp womp. What's going on here? We got, I don't know, Sweden? W. Dick saying boo, come back to the dark side. Drew doesn't need to. Drew is generally good, too. Kentucky Derby was your chance. Yeah, Sammy Marco saying snow. I don't... Freezite saying buying a new bone-smashing hammer on Amazon. Any recommendations, Sammy? The looks maxing has gone too far, guys. Can't believe Freezite's bone-smashing. Drew, I get. Drew's not smart enough to know better. Yeah, this was all before I had actual bills to pay. That's fair. That's Swedish. Yeah, so I could punt $400 on a dumb bet. In fairness, there's a good chance I didn't succeed. I'm just too stubborn. Oh my gosh. W. Dixon, you literally saw a flyer for a looks maxing contest in Washington Square Park today. Man. Gotta go to that. Not to compete, but I want to watch. Gotta get with the times, bro. How are we... I think... this is probably Sweden. Don't want to keep meandering around nowhere, though. I think I'm actually too well rested, and it's working against me right now. Because I can't even... I'm too... I feel too okay to go to sleep after this. It's not good. No, I have a... I think we're just kind of stuck on this side of the train tracks. This is Swedish, though. We go for this. Sammy Mark saying you and you got to stay up all night and grind out the video. So I thought about doing that last night, actually. I genuinely considered it. But my shoulder was clicking in the gym on Friday. So my body needed rest. So I was like, I could be stupid. I definitely will do that. During this staycation, I might pull an all-nighter at some point if my body feels okay to just like go crazy. But it was like, your body needs rest to recover from injury. Not even that I'm trying to prevent injury, and the way to not prevent injury is by pulling an all-nighter. So I didn't. Also ankle. So on the when the day comes that I have no injuries to tend to, which hasn't happened in 23 months and like 17 days, when that day comes again, I'll do an all-nighter. Until then, my body needs rest so I can recover. W. Dick saying, I don't know on this one. I really feel like that was Swedish back there. Also, these signs aren't Finnish. Yeah, this is Swedish. This is 100% Swedish. Please, somebody agree with me. They're not Finnish signs, and the language looks Swedish. I just zoned out for a second. I really don't... I don't know how I did that. On stream. I really don't know how I just zoned out on stream. Can we go for Sweden? That was a really weird moment. My Sweden flag is also buried in the drawer. I only have... have I shown all my flags? Where I pull them from? It's this thing. So Brazil's usually in it. Brazil I took out to wave. So we got... maybe I should rearrange this. Because, that one might be... That one's because I'm learning the language. But that could be misinterpreted. We got United States. We got Great Britain. We got Scotland. We got Russia. We got Brazil. And we got Spain. And the flags. I have every flag. But all of them that aren't... It's not burning. All of them that aren't these 6 are in the drawer. Sometimes I'll rotate them out. Depending on how I'm feeling. Guys, how do we feel about Sweden? I'm gonna do it if no one says anything. If no one stops me, I'm doing it. Okay, W. Dig saying let's send Sweden. Got it. See, I'm a genius. Above. Above. Russian plate. Russian plate. What's this? Oh, it's a train station. What train station is this? Zavodorovo. I don't know where Zavodorovo is. Gorky. Shashlinosh. Don't know what that is. Pivnaya. Pivo's beer. Pharmacy. Capriz. Cafe. This is a shop. So I don't know if shop is the same in the other Cyrillic languages. Cafe is pretty much the same. Okay. Shashliki. I definitely knew that. Now that you're writing it like that, I definitely knew that. Russian for meat grilled on a stick. Fully knew that. Yeah, Freezite saying should be magazine. Yep, that's what this says, magazine. Cafe. Tsvet. I don't know what that means. Podarki. Naturalny product. Oh. See, I sound like a 3-year-old in class. Because you sound something out very slowly, and then you're like, oh, it's just natural product. Yeah, Russian Poyo. Miasa. That's pretty Soviet right there. That's star. Are you? Any objections to Russia? I'm not going to take the flag out and wave it. I don't need a screenshot of that somewhere. Freezet's in big ups. Let's do it. There we go. Now outside of Moscow. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's probably a super busy train station and highway. I guess it's the way from Moscow to St. Petersburg. I wonder how long that drive is. That's going to take forever. In War and Peace, they're always like, oh, we left Moscow and went to St. Petersburg. We went from St. Petersburg to Moscow. And reading it, because I'm just like on the train when I read it, I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever. Seeing that distance is crazy. Greek. And the Greek flag. Any objections to that? I think of just how long that must have taken back then. Was that like 1805 or 6? Yep, WX saying Greek flag. Let's run it. Awesome. Ooh. See that oasis. Got a llama. 7-hour, 33-minute drive. Okay, I'd expect it to be longer, honestly. WDIG saying no South America tonight. Well, here we are. We got a bunch earlier. We got Chile earlier. We got Mexico. I know Mexico's not South America, but Latin America. I feel like we had a ton of Spanish. That's what I mean. So we had Portugal. Again, Portugal isn't Spanish. We didn't even have Portugal. Spanish and Portuguese speaking countries. In my head, those are in their own category. We had Chile, we had Brazil, we had Spain, we had Mexico. See, I'm not even doing the classic thing where people lump Mexico in with South America. I'm lumping Spain in with South America. I'm going that far. Chile. Freezette saying you just said Mexico. Where's the dude? I asked where he was earlier. He wasn't here. It's crazy. But yeah, Chilean flag. How do we feel about Chile? Yeah. Chile invierte en Chile. Yeah, what are they doing? I hear noises. They're watching Breaking Bad. If there weren't 4 minutes left, I'd do something about that, maybe. But there's 4 minutes left. There's no point in being like, yo, can you guys not watch Breaking Bad for 4 minutes? Alright, Chile. His witchcraft powers must be waning. I know. He always senses it. It's kind of crazy. Mexico. There we go. Where is he? Bro's lost it. I'm kind of zoning out again because I'm zoning into Breaking Bad. Mexico maxing. Let's do it. Mini market. Los Cuatro. Gosh. Man, we're getting all the Spanish-speaking ones right now. You and Max and Mexico mocking. These are words that should never have been taught to you guys. Oh, look at that pollo. La Pampa. Imperial. Well, that's confusing. Imperial Avenue feel like I just, unless this is Mexico, it's weird. Sammy Marco saying I'll be Boston maxing in a month. We're throwing around maxing too much, guys. And maybe I'm diving too deep into this, but Imperial, I'm thinking like, okay, South America threw off the Spanish crown, so they probably wouldn't be too pro-monarchy. So where else had a monarchy? Mexico had a monarchy. So I'm thinking, does that make sense? Wow, it's a very loud Breaking Bad scene. Yeah, Christopher like saying Argentina. I was kind of thinking that because it said Pampa. Freezite saying you're going to be Dorchester maxing, Sammy. I wanted to see that banner. I just heard someone say, I got a call, Saul. This is, Colo? Yeah, Phoenix saying this is Chile. Yeah, the Colo is a Chilean soccer team. So, soccer meta. Helping out, as always. Any objections to Chile? Yep, exactly. Exactly, W Dig, the football meta. Let's run it. Love it. How much time we have? We have 1 minute. 1 minute to get this. Which we're not going to do. Unless we get like Auckland. 20 kilometers. This wouldn't be what 20 kilometers outside of Auckland looks like. I just said a number. Sammy Marco saying, gotta lock in for my Python exam tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Sammy Marco. Good luck tomorrow. Hope it goes well. Freezite saying the chief of Colo Colo. I think we... Yeah. Alright. With that, we're not finding anything in time. It is 10 p.m. So 115, that's pretty good. We started that, it's like 77. So half decent run tonight. we are in the hundreds again. So now the stakes are higher. So with that, I will see you all next week. Same place, same time. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon.